What is up, YouTube? This is Hypercon, your chap with the cap. Welcome to the newest edition of Throwdown Thursday. Now, as you recall, this is a segment where I do every Thursday upload a video of a series of duels that I've had online highlighting one specific deck. The deck for this week, Shaddolls, as you can clearly see in the title below, or above, assuming they have changed the format of YouTube again, but for now, below. Now, I wanted to do Shaddolls because, for me, they're one of the more fun meta decks, and their period of meta has kind of passed. Not completely, but fear not. This is not the most meta variant. This is not Shaddoll Star Seraphs. If that's what you were hoping for, you're going to need to go to a different video. This isn't even Light Sworn Shaddolls. This isn't even base Shaddolls. This is my own personal variant of Shaddolls that uses trap tricks and different dimension that I have officially named STD. Personal fan of that one is a little piece of brilliance, but not that I mean to, flatter myself or anything. But enough of me patting myself on the back. Let's go ahead and get this started. Alright, so first one that we got up is called Artifact Beatdown. Why? Because I thought I was facing an Artifact player. At least until I saw this little card here on the replay, Tachyon Transmigration and Photon Stream of Destruction, so I honestly have no idea what this is. My guess is that it's supposed to be a Galaxy deck with just, Artifact support, which the new Galaxy Soldier card being available in the TCG, I guess makes sense. So anyway, I just decided to start things off with some basic stuff. Let's go for this stuff. Let's get a construct. Still in battle phase, mind you, so I was planning on punching him in the face, but he activated Fiendish Chain, so I was no longer able to punch him in the face, except that Shaddoll Dragon chained afterwards, so I just popped that, and still managed to get it off. And then he tried to moral attack me, but Void Trap Hole fortunately put an end to that, since it does negate the monster's effect when it negates the summon as well. So that's one of those helpful little cards. Kind of why I decided to throw trap tricks in there, just so I could have easy access to all the whole normal traps. Just kind of makes things a little bit easier. So this guy tried to, again, go for something on my end, and I just decided to say, nope, I'll just go ahead and Instant Fusion. Get rid of Construct on that end, and go for Window, which he cannot destroy, and is still stronger than his Moral Attack, and then just get Instant Fusion right back. And so I punched him in the face. That's kind of what I enjoy about this deck, specifically with El Shaddoll Fusion, is that it kind of lets me just control the battle phase. So no matter what happens, if something goes wrong, I can always just, Shaddoll Fusion into whatever I may need for it. And when that new harder one comes out, believe me, I'm going to have a blast with it. So that was all that was for that one. Pretty straightforward. Let's see. Next up was this one, an Infernoid matchup. I'm on the entirely wrong side. That's better. Okay, so as you can see, I have a whole lot of nothing here until this guy decided to activate Hand Destruction, so which gave me a Murmalo, which is nice. Then he activated Reasoning. I called 4 on that just because I figured it was probably a Lightsworn variant, and most of the good Lightsworns are 4. But of course he got Lumina in this. Actually, I have terrible luck with all of his reasonings in this duel. I always call 4 and he always gets Lumina. You'll see more of that later. But yeah, I decided to set up some back row on him. I wasn't too concerned about the raiding just because, I had back row for days, so no matter what he did, I could handle it. I tried to avoid going a little too crazy with the back row just because I knew that these guys could swarm almost endlessly. Fortunately, I believe they can only do their own things once per turn. Not fully familiar with it, but I'm pretty sure they can only special summon themselves once per turn. They'd be busted as hell otherwise. So he just keeps on doing his thing, calls Reasoning, I call 4 again, and, he gets off quite a few Infernoid mills, which, good for him. And there it is, the frickin' Lumina. I don't know why I cannot call this today. It's just terrible luck. And he goes for the rating and decides to Black Rose. I figured, let's see if Void Trap Hole will actually stop this. I was curious. And it stopped it. I could not believe it. I now have a new respect for Void Trap Hole being able to do all of that. So, yeah, I decided to Book of Moon this guy just because I did not want him discarding a card from my hands, and my cards were Soul Charge and Raigeki, and I kind of wanted to hold on to those, so I decided to get rid of that, even though I knew he'd be coming back next turn, so, oh well. So he brings it back. Surprise, surprise, I really can't do anything about it this time, so I kind of have to take him like, damn, there goes my Raigeki. And he goes for Soul Charge. I was a little confused about that one, but hey, it worked out nicely for me. I guess because he just doesn't really care. So I decided to set my hand so I don't have to worry about that anymore. And this is kind of where things start to take a bit of a downhill turn. I really can't do anything here, so he's just kind of beating away at me. Then I draw into a Dianea. I'm like, oh, cool, I can actually do something now. So let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. He's not going to think to get rid of my Trap Tricks monsters, so I go ahead and get back Murmillo. Except he does Breakthrough skill, so I can't, which sucks because I was going to use Murmillo's effect to pop one of his back row. Potentially that. So I'm like, alright, fine. Be that way. Swing 17. See if I care. So that happens. We go into him doing more Inferno stuff. I don't feel like dealing with this. Now he decides to get rid of Murmillo for some reason. I guess because of me doing that. And then he does this. So I'm kind of in a bad position here. Swings pretty heavy on me, and I've already used up my Raigeki, so I was trying to hold off on that just because I really did not want anything to happen with that. So I'm like, alright, let's try this again. He can't possibly stop me again. And he Breakthrough skills me. Not only does he stop me again, he does it in the same way. I'm like, come on, dude. Don't be like that. Yeah, but whatever. At this point, I've basically lost. There's really nothing I can do. The only thing I have is Crush card and a Shaddoll Fusion, so I was done. But, oh well, I can't win them all. Next up, we have this, which honestly just confused me. So as you can see, this dude has a bunch of high-level dragons. So you're probably thinking, well, alright, it's probably just a hieratic deck. Then riddle me this. Why the Fusion Gate? I truly have no idea what this dude's thing was, and he even has a troop dragon, so I am all kinds of confused. I mean, not at the time I wasn't, but going back and re-seeing all this, it's just confusing. He brings out a regular Luster Dragon. At this point, I'm like, alright, you have my attention, I'm curious. So, go ahead and do that, pop the call, I didn't want to deal with whatever that was. I forget what I did. Oh yeah, I went for a Dianea at this point, just so I could get back to Murmillo. I couldn't pop anything with it, unfortunately, but couldn't stomach going Photon Palpal Operative in order to flip the apparently Troop Dragon, as I found out then. I really think that Photon Palpal Operative is very, very underrated. It's an amazing card for just getting rid of those pesky defense position monsters. He tries to go for a Luster Dragon. I'm not having any of that today. No. So, I could have just set the Hedgehog, but at this point, he had no field, and I just wanted to rack up some damage as quickly as possible. Plus, with the weird stuff this guy was doing, I was like, well, I can probably take whatever he's got to throw at me. Then, Esme activates Fusion Gate and tries to bring out a Prismatic. I'm not dealing with this today. And now that I take a look at this, I kind of realize I think I know what he was going for. Yep, Blue Eyes Ultimate. That's, it's an interesting way of getting Blue Eyes Ultimate out, but, to each their own, I guess. So, yeah, that was pretty much it. Decent enough duels for it. Didn't really highlight what the deck is fully capable of, but it still did a good job. Unfortunately, a lot of the duelist rage quit because, oh, Shaddolls, this dude's just some meta horror. I don't need to deal with this, but whatever. I got what I could. So that's it for this week. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. What you think of the duel was, and if there's any deck you want to see me do next week. I think I already know what deck I want to do, but again, this is primarily driven by you guys. So if you have any specific deck you want to see me do, just let me know. It can be anything. I'll make a new deck if I need to. But yeah, don't forget to comment down below. Also, like and subscribe. And until next time, peace.